Yo, what's the crack, boys? The NBA All-Star Weekend just finished. You know, Johnny, it was nothing special, let's be real. The dunk contest, Mark McGlunn may have butchered that name. He plays for my team now, the Sixers, so I should know his name. That guy, like, his athleticism is crazy, man. Almost like a 540 dunk. Could have been a 360, I don't know, but the dunk contest, it needs fix. Zion and Mark did say they're, going to compete in the next year. I think Mark will. Zion, I mean, who knows? If he's healthy for it, cool. I don't know if the Pelicans will want him doing that, or whatever team he's on next year. I think I think instead of the dunk contest done, been happened too many times. It's very hard to do something that's not been done before. That Knicks player, I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. Jeremy, I'm not looking. Just did a normal dunk, Vince Carter dunk, just dunked. Put his hand in the rim, pull up a 50 sound like, bro, that's a 1. Okay, like, you dunked. Crazy, but instead, obviously this tied to the All-Star game, we need a 1v1 tournament. Where it's teammates going against each other, rival players going against, I don't think they'll do rival players. They should, but I don't think they will. Just 1v1 tournaments, because in the All-Star game, that's just all that happens. Jason Tatum versus Jaylen Brown, 1v1. I mean, it's cool to see. Boom, they're hitting nice shots, but bro, there should be a tournament for this. Obviously, it's not all complaints with the All-Star game. I do love, the picking system. I'm not exactly sure what they're wearing underneath, maybe they know before, but I do like the picking format, that's happening right then and there. It's right there, some funny moments that happened. It's cool. It's a nice addition, but, it's a bigger problem. But Tatum has 55. That's literally a new All-Star. That's crazy. I saw that. I was like, watching it, you're just like, oh my God. Like, it's crazy. 55 points in All-Star game is wild. Tatum had a great game. Definitely won the MVP there. Obviously, Team Giannis finally beats LeBron. But, the main problem is, even by the thumbnail of this video, there's no urgency. Obviously, I get it. Players don't want to get injured for a game that really has no stakes. Like, the 2020 All-Star game was the last time, a game was good. All-Star game was good. Ever since then, it's just been whack. Obviously, there's a charity thing. I'm pretty sure there's still a charity thing, I think. But, they need something to play for. Also, Jeremy, like I just said, don't get injured, nothing to play for. Maybe have the All-Star game, a month early. Maybe a few weeks early. You need to figure something out. We need, this is supposed to be, the best pickup game of the year. Possibly the game. Obviously not, because, there's nothing to play for, but we need something that can train into a Game 7. I know the NBA, it says every year, well, not 2020, but every time after an All-Star game, it's like, oh, we need to fix it, blah, blah, blah. Nothing happens. Yeah, they make different changes, but nothing happens. We need something to actually change to make it a Game 7, people were saying, whoever, make it East versus West, what conference wins gets home court advantage. No. Okay, yeah, maybe, but no. But, that's no, we can't change that. They're on the mid-table, they're on the mid-season tournament, so even then, the All-Star game would probably get worse. Mike Malone said, probably the worst games ever played. You had, players like Luka and Embiid, getting people come on, play some defense, man. Make it interesting. It's not interesting when it's just an open lane, the player's and just lets the player dunk. It's not a dunk fest. Dunks are good when someone gets dunked on or they do something flashy. Not just a right to, dump to lane, do have, a little spin, which is, obviously it's impressive, but we're just so used to it now. And, it is for the fun. I get it. The players need to be selfish, for their team, for their, contract year. But, this is for the fans. This is for the fans that generate this whole place. So, why not try and make it more entertaining? When you think about it, barring from the playoffs, this should be the best game of the year. You have the best players in the world. Some should be there, some should not be. Playing an All-Star game where it should be competitive, but it's not. Obviously, it's a high-scoring game, but everyone would rather a much lower or a lower scoreline, but more intensity. We want, you want to see someone going for a dunk gets blocked by someone, or they're trying so hard they dunk on someone, or they're playing such hard defense to get their ankles broken, step back, shoot. There's so much stuff. That 2020 All-Star game came down to a free throw. Last year's All-Star game did come to the last shot, which was, that's incredible to see. But the intensity needs to be there. This game just did not have that intensity, which, trying to think of ways to compete, make it better. Obviously, charity. You get maybe even obviously there is a trophy. But like, make it try, like, you know, it's the media. They can make this such a big event if they want to. All, you know, have a celebration trophy, the players celebrate. You know, maybe they all get some sort of money, and then money to a charity of their choice. Do you know what I mean? You have to make it interesting, because, you know, it's not going to get better and better. You know, highlight culture is rising. You know, the little things in basketball is not there. This is like a proof of highlight culture, which, you know, is not the worst thing, but it's definitely not good for it. You know, highlight culture rising is putting the All-Star game, and as that keeps going, the All-Star game will probably get worse, unless they do something about it. 3-point contest, you know, it's good. Julius Randle should not have been there. I'm sorry, like, what? Even his own son was like, there's so much other players you could have done than Julius Randle. Like, he's having a great season, but no. Kevin Huerter as well had a bit of a disappointing one. Obviously, Dame took it away. And then Tyrese Halliburton, you know, had like 31 points in the first round. With that, like, his jump shots, like, it's nice, but it's weird. Like, I don't get it, but I think it's a unique jump shot.